Hello, what's going on? It's me back with a video, an in-depth review of Inside by Playdead. An in-depth review is like this thing I do really rarely. I did it once before with the game The Witness. Basically, it's like, just a more detailed review of my normal shit. Instead of me talking in front of a camera, I talk alongside gameplay. I do this with games, exclusively games. But yeah, by the way, just want to clarify a little something with this game, with people who are interested in this game. Obviously, this game came out pretty recently. It's quite a commonly researched topic at the moment in the gaming world. So if you're looking for a video, if you clicked on this video expecting like an in-depth analysis of the meaning of the game and the story and the ending and shit like that, I wouldn't recommend watching. This is going to be exclusively mainly for people who have not got this game, and it's like a review, just like a review, but just in a lot of depth. In-depth does not mean, I'm going to go into every detail of the story or anything. It's going to be spoiler-free, so if that's what you're expecting, I would recommend looking elsewhere. But however, if you're looking for just an opinion on the game, stick around. So this is Inside. Now, what the fuck is Inside? And do you know what Inside is? Let me just... Anyone who's curious, I'll, fill you in on what this game is. This is from Playdead. As you can see, it says Playdead's Inside. Who are Playdead? They are the developers, indie game developers, of one of the most beloved games of the decade so far, indie games of the decade, Limbo, that came out in 2010. Very highly praised game, a game that I personally really enjoyed, because it was very, unique, very bleak, unsettling, dark, but it was also very vague. I think a lot of the appeal of that game comes in the fact that there is a storyline, but there's no dialogue, no cutscenes or anything. It was completely left up to the players to, piece together what the story of the game is, and there have been dozens upon dozens of theories of what certain things in the game, what they mean, and what the ending means. The ending was very thought-provoking of that game, and yeah, I fucking love the game. I think it's great, and I apparently, this could be complete bullshit, but I read somewhere that no one's actually got it right, like what Limbo, the story is. No one's got it 100% right. I think the lead director said that. I read that in an article or something like that. That could be bullshit though, I don't know. But if that's true, that's really funny. Apparently people have come really close though, but no one's got it 100% perfectly right. And apparently they're never going to reveal, what the story actually is, because it's all about interpretation, what people take away from it. But anyway, so here's the new game from Playdead. Let's go ahead and start. Let's hit play, and yeah, much like Limbo, there you go. The boy just came out of the rocks. You know who he is. You know where he came from. You know what he's doing. You're not supposed to know. Again, much like Limbo, you're given no explanation, you just play, and then you interpret what comes next yourself. You don't know what you're going to come across. This game is all about just moving to the right and seeing what you come across, overcoming the various obstacles and scenarios in your path in much the same way Limbo was. Now, I'm gonna cut to the fucking chase. Enough bullshit. In my opinion, Inside, this game right here that we're playing right now, is the second best game to have come out this year so far. My first favorite would be The Witness, that came out earlier. My review of that is on my channel if you're interested. This is number 2. This game is fucking good. Really good. It's special. It's a special game. I love shit like this. Like discussion promoting theories and like vague stories, and you have to figure out yourself and discuss with your friends and what everything means. It's awesome. And this game, if you found Limbo to be a very chilling, atmospheric experience, because one thing that game had was a heavy atmosphere, this game is much like that too. It is unsettling, it's unpredictable. What happens in this game is completely beyond what you could possibly be thinking would happen in this game. It's very unpredictable. The objective of this game, essentially, presented from you, if you know nothing about this game, you didn't see the trailers or anything, from the beginning, the objective is simply to make it to the end and see what happens. Just move right and see what you can do. So here's the first main event of the game, I suppose. Well, the first event, not really a main event. You have this van, this truck, and just gonna duck behind it, hide and shit. But yeah, I've played through this game, right? I finished it 3 fucking times. Finished it 3 times. I can't remember the last time I finished a game 3 times. Like near its release, like back to back 3 times. I didn't play it when it first came out on Xbox One and then just replay it on PC and then PS. No, I played it. I bought it when it came out on PS4 because I don't actually have an Xbox One. I've sided with Sony this generation. Don't mean to start like a console debate or nothing, but you know that's how it's turned out. So I waited for the PS4 release, and I played it since release. I finished it. The second I finished it the first time round, I immediately started a second playthrough because this game is so worth 2 playthroughs. It's ridiculous. Like, this opening sequence, I'm seeing all this shit in a completely different light now that I've finished the game. But yeah, this game is one of the most perplexing, unique, unsettling, and just all-round interesting games I've ever played. So it's basically, yeah, it's a puzzle platformer at its core. You just play through it. You have these people looking around. They heard something. They turned on the light. They're investigating. You immediately get in this feel you don't want to be detected by it. Like, you're not supposed to be here. You're in some sort of uncharted territory and shit. But I'm not going to go into too much depth about depth about what happens in this game, because I feel like I would be doing something really wrong if I were to tell you any of the events that occur in this game. The directions this game goes in need to be experienced firsthand. If you might be thinking, I don't really care about spoilers, man, go for it. I mean, it's just a fucking indie game. I won't do it justice, dude. You have to play this game, man. I really, if you're watching this right now and you've not played it, like everyone watching this who has not played this game, get on this shit, because it may not seem like much right now. It's just a platformer, you're moving. But it's so well crafted, man. Like, Playdead clearly spent... It's a short game. It's like five hours long. I think that's how it took in my first playthrough. Pretty short. But, you know, every second of this game feels so well put together. Like, they thought about everything. Like, look at this shit. Look, I'm just standing still right now. Just look at this game. Like, yeah, obviously it goes without saying. The visuals. The visual feel. The aesthetic. The cinematography, the camera work is amazing. I'm just standing still. Dude, you could just stand still, like, anywhere in this game. It looks like a photograph of, like, a 3D model that someone has spent, like, hours perfecting, like, the lighting and everything. Like, this looks beautiful. This shot right here, where I'm standing. Like, the leaves and everything, and the fucking fog, it looks fucking sick. Everywhere in this game, every frame of this game feels like there was thought behind it, man. It's crazy. Like, honestly... For me, okay, yeah, for me, this is a 10 out of 10 game. No debate. This is 10 out of 10. Why is it 10 out of 10? Because, like I said, every fucking second of this game is, like, perfect. It's like, there's not a single misstep. There's no boring moment. Like, the puzzles in this game. Let's talk about the puzzles in this game. I thought they were cool. They were fine. You know, I mean, like, they just kind of propelled the game forward. There's, like, a vehicle, like, something to do as the story pans out. And, oh shit, I'm being chased by a dog. Okay, let's fucking run. And alright. Oh fuck! Okay. That genuinely, even though I played this game 3 times, it still shocked me. But yeah, the puzzles in this game, right? They're simple, they're not the hardest shit in the world, they're relatively simple, but they're really creative for what this game is, for what this game's about, the context of this game. It's basically like this game, the main purpose of this game seems to be to tell this story. But they're not doing it like a obvious way. It's very vague, obviously. It just leaves it up to you to connect the dots and shit. But it's like they had this kind of idea in mind with this game, this like narrative, and they were essentially just thought, let's come up with a whole bunch of obstacles and scenarios and puzzles, and just see how many we can come up with. And then just basically the game is 5 hours. So I feel like they just maxed out every possible puzzle they could come up with that fit in with the context of this game, if that makes sense. Like, there's never a point where there's 2 puzzles that feel identical. Every puzzle feels different. Like, there could be some puzzles that take up the same general format, but they advance on it in some way that justifies its presence in the game. And I believe a car pops out here. I'm trying my best not to die, because the deaths in this game... Alright, hold on. I think, yeah, you gotta hide behind this guy. But yeah, you see, the deaths in this game, right? Because that was one of my strong points with Limbo. Every time you died in Limbo, it felt like something in your soul just crushed. Because it was like this little boy in this hellish environment just getting brutally killed by like bear traps and shit. And it was so like, it was just fucking chilling. Because he had like no face. Like this boy, look at this boy. He's got like no face. I mean, it's just like an avatar for you to just move. And here's the deal. Everything I'm talking about, all this shit, the deaths, the fact that he's the no face, the fact that you're just kind of moving him along, controlling him, seeing what comes next, all that shit, it all is actually really relevant to what I have perceived to be the main theme of this game, which I won't tell you because this game, it just needs to be experienced firsthand. You need to go into this game as blind as possible. If you're really interested in playing this game, stop the video now, because you want to see as little as you possibly can. Like, honestly, maybe that kind of contradicts the purpose of this video in a way, but nevertheless, yeah, man, this game has really impressed me. Like, I mean, I have my own interpretation and theory as to what this game means. I believe so. Yeah, someone spots me. I remember what to do here. The musical cues too are amazing. Oh shit! No! Fuck! He's gonna get me. Oh. God damn. Alright, you see that? It's like this guy just runs at you with the sole purpose of murdering you. And here's the beautiful thing. You ask yourself, why? Like, he saw you, the first thing he wanted to do is just make sure you're dead. Why? Play the game. That's all I could say. So, I can't believe I forgot to jump over this. I love the animations too, that when you jump you see him like stumble a little bit. It's really detailed. Impressively detailed. And here you gotta wait for the car to go. And then you start running again. And this guy follows you. Okay. We're making our way, Let's jump down here. They start shooting. Yeah, they start shooting. I remember this. Okay. Oh, I hear dogs. That's lovely. Alright then. Come on. We got this. We're good. Okay then. Here we are, underwater. Now, also, one thing you can expect is a lot of swimming. This game is a lot of water. If you don't like swimming in games or something, if you don't like... Because I know some people just hate, like, water levels and shit. But ever since Ocarina of Time came out, people were like, water levels suck. And, yeah, this game has got a shitload of swimming. Which, obviously, I don't really mind. And it is very, I guess... I feel like I haven't really deciphered what it is about it, but I would not be surprised if the abundance of water is in some way relevant to the story of this game. But, overall, my review of this game... I fucking love this shit. I can't wait to play it again. I have completely refused to watch any, like, videos on YouTube of, like, theory, explained, inside, analysis, the story revealed, and shit like that. I'm playing it through myself, just trying to connect the dots myself. I might play it through one more time, and then if I'm, like, still, like, super lost on certain details, I'll probably watch one of those videos and see if I can see the bigger picture a little bit clearer. But right now, I have a theory in my head about what this game means. I have seen, by the way, there is a second ending to this game. Sorry, this area reminded me of it, for obvious reasons if you know what it is. But, yeah, like, yeah, I looked up the secret ending, and, yeah, there's an alternate ending. When I found out how you get it, I was like, okay, there's no way I'm gonna get it, because it's really tough. But yeah, yeah, it's cool. It's a nice little tidbit, and I'm trying to work out how that alternate ending would fit into the greater context of the theory I have in my head about what this game means. But yeah, dude, I would love it if one of you guys watching this video right now, if you have not played this game, I would love it if you could, like, go play it and then come back to the video in the comments, throw down just some ideas of what you think certain things mean. Obviously, preface it with, like, a spoiler warning. Yeah, if you ain't played this game, don't read the comments. if people actually do bother to share some opinions, which I think would be really cool to hear some thoughts. Because right now, this game is all that's in my head at the moment. Everything, this is the only thing I'm thinking about. Like, I'm starting my second year of college tomorrow, bro, and I don't give a shit. I'm just thinking about this game. This game has just got under my skin so much, man. It's just so thought-provoking and interesting. Like, just look at this fucking shot. The cinematography and camera work in this game is fucking beautiful. By the way, yeah, so if any, like, you know, family or relatives are watching this video, I do give a shit about college. Don't take that the wrong way, you know. I'm just saying, this game surprised me with the directions it went in, and I'm quite amazed by how well done this game. There's no glitches or anything too. This game is so polished to perfection. As far as I'm concerned, I did not encounter one glitch. Yeah, I don't really want to continue. I just want you to play it. Watch, if you ain't played this yet, do what you gotta do. I would recommend buying it, purchasing it, because support Playdead, man. They are making some of the most brilliantly well thought out games in the puzzle platformer genre. This game is really something amazing, I gotta say. I'm super impressed. I can't wait to see how my opinion changes over time, whether or not I uncover certain details. Because there was one thing, dude, on the second playthrough, I noticed something, and it fucking blew my mind. I'm trying to think of a word that would just keep it vague. Okay, the thing that blew my mind the second time, it was just a little detail. There was no way I was going to notice. No, you will not notice it on the first playthrough, guaranteed. It will only be apparent when you play it through again, or you see it on like another video or something. All I will say to describe this thing, that whilst keeping it vague for those who haven't played it, here we go. Diorama. I'm hoping those who know what I mean know what I mean. But when I noticed that on the second playthrough, I was like, the fuck? That's crazy. But, you know, that's all I'll say. I noticed something that relates to the word diorama that really fucking amazed me. And I was like, holy shit, that completely changes my perspective on what I thought the story was. And I have a theory. I might make a video, like a spoiler video on the theory I have. And whatnot, but I don't know, there's plenty of videos out there already. It seems kind of pointless. I just wanted to give my thoughts on this game. I think it's fucking awesome. I think it's so worth discussing with other people and playing through again, trying to find little details and just trying to piece together the, you know, the themes and the story and shit. But yeah, this game is awesome. I fucking love it. It's a great successor to Limbo. Limbo was very similar to this game in the sense that, you know, story. It was much more depressing. I'm not saying this game's like happy or anything. Inside isn't necessarily, you know, happy game. It's very bleak, as you can pretty clearly see with the monochromatic style. It's more 3D too, like the depth of field with stuff in the background comes into play quite a lot. Like right now, this thing right here is kind of in the background, but you can, you know, still interact with it, of course. That wouldn't really be the case in Limbo. So this has more of a 3D like style to it, I suppose. Like 2.5D, I guess you could say. But yeah, Limbo, very similar. I would say Limbo is a little longer, actually. I think Limbo, the puzzles were harder in Limbo. They're a little bit more challenging. But this game is just more creative. It's just more unsettling. And before I end this video, I need to discuss vaguely, briefly, the ending of the game. The ending, obviously endings is something that games these days seem to suck at. I can think off the top of my head, we have Mass Effect 3, we have No Man's Sky, which I think I need to do like an updated thoughts video on No Man's Sky. My review was way too positive, but nevertheless. Just trying to think. Mass Effect 3, of course, Assassin's Creed 3, 2, Aliens, Colonial Marine. I'm just trying to think of games with shitty endings. Like, so many games nowadays feel like they have really bad... Fallout 4, just like really underwhelming endings. I always appreciate a game with a good ending, and we all know if you played Limbo, Limbo had a crazy good ending, I think. I fucking love that ending. Thought-provoking, discussion-promoting, interesting, dark, eerie in a way. Now let's talk about the ending to Inside. The ending of this game, the last 20 minutes of Inside, is my favorite moment in gaming for the past, like, maybe 2 years. I'm serious. The way this game finishes is a fucking achievement. It's shocking. It's crazy. But it is so good, I think. I loved it. When the credits rolled, or when the credits... Yeah, when the credits rolled, I was just, like, speechless. I was so intrigued by this game. I was like, I need to know every detail. And I want to find as much of it as possible by myself. It's for sure. It's worth, I did think when I first finished the game, this game is so pretentious and vague, and there's no way I'm gonna figure it out by myself. I need to look up shit. But I gave it a second playthrough, and I gave it a third, and you'll be surprised at how much you might actually unravel yourself with this game. I think it's super worth a second playthrough. Before you go looking up any videos, play it through a second time. I really think it's worth it. But yeah, because there was a phase where I was thinking, there's no way I'm ever going to figure this game out. But the ending of this game is... If you do not get shocked or in any way surprised by the way this game finishes off, you have seen some shit. Because fuck me, man. I didn't see it coming at all. This game is because, like, yeah, I don't want to say anything else. Just play this shit. If I've piqued your interest in some way, if this game is interesting to you, don't look at any trailers, no reviews, no nothing. Play it, experience it, because it is one of a kind. Playdead went in on this one. They went in on this one. It's pretty It's amazing. It's really amazing. And I fucking love this game. I fucking adore it. It's a masterpiece, I'd say, in puzzle platforming, in my opinion. I love shit like this. This shit just appeals to me. Like vague, interesting, confusing, but also interesting type stuff. You know, like anytime anyone calls something pretentious, check it out, I seem to like it. I'm not saying I'm like an artsy snob or nothing. Like, what's it? Like the movie Drive, the movie Enemy, Inception, fucking Under the Skin, shit like that, you know. Those are like 4 of my favorite movies, man. I love it all, and they are constantly referred to as pretentious, snobby, full of itself, shit like that. I love them because they're just so interesting to me. Like, they got loads of little, like, hidden gems and shit that piece together the overall story. It's awesome, and like, yeah, man, like, this is the type of shit I like, for sure. This is the type of shit I like. Yeah, man, big fan of this game. Really recommend it. I mean, yeah, like, even if you're not a fan of puzzle platformers, dude, fuck it, get the game. Because, like, just because the experience of where this game ends up, it's so interesting and thought-provoking, I think this game will, at the very least, intrigue pretty much anyone, really, I would say. I mean, the vast majority of people who play this game are probably going to be somewhat intrigued by, you know, what the game means and stuff. I've been pacing back and forth the same area a whole bunch. But yeah, the controls are like the exact same as Limbo. It's just move, jump, grab, so nothing too complex. Anyone can play it, you know, if you're like 70 years old, it's not complex or anything, just play through the game. I would say, I wouldn't say like a 10-year-old or something, like a really young kid should play it, because some crazy shit goes down, might be a little jarring. I would say like, I don't know, like maybe like, yeah, okay, maybe like 12 and up, maybe. No, you know what, no, 10 and up. Yeah, 10 and up should play this game. Yeah, that's how, I think that should, I would love to see a 10-year-old react to this. But yeah, the game is awesome. This game is fucking sick. I recommend it massively. It's one of the best games to have come out this decade. Second best of the year for me. Could potentially be my favorite. Who knows? With several playthroughs, my opinion of this game is changing drastically. So yeah, that's my opinion on Inside. Check this game out. It's crazy fucking good. Hopefully, maybe one day in the future, this game will be free on PS Plus. Because I know Limbo was free on PS Plus a handful of months ago, so you might actually have that if you've added it to library or something. But yeah, that game is awesome too. Yeah, Playdead, man, amazing. 6 years in the making, 5-6 years in the making, and they come out with this. Completely worth the wait. This game feels like, look at this, I'm just standing still. This just looks incredible. Like the camera work too. Camera work is actually really relevant to progressing in the game. Like sometimes the camera might pan to something and it will give you an idea in your head of what that might mean and shit. Everything in this game feels impeccably crafted. It's crazy. Anyway, I've talked enough. That's my opinion on Inside. I think it's fucking amazing. Thank you very much for watching my in-depth review of Playdead's Inside. Goodbye.